This is just a front view of the house when I got done with it. You guys have seen this yard in the past. This one always stripes really good. Now on to the backyard. Just blowing off the driveway, getting rid of some of the grass and stuff that went all over. That's a good thing about bagging lawns is you really don't have very much of that. It all depends. I mean, most of that was from weed whacking, a little blowout from the discharge side where the bagger is, but not much at all. Like I said, 90% of that is all from weed whacking, doing all the trimming. It's a lot more entailed when you're just side discharging, as you guys know. This is a light, just on a stake, shining up at the house. She has plugged in. I do 2 houses for this lady, and they both have that in the front yard. No big deal. Just pick it up, move it out of the way, and put it back when I'm done. Grabbing that last little stick there to throw off to the side. But nice and simple. Real easy yard, small yard. Like I said, you guys have seen this one in the past many times. I wanted to try something out. I have a magnet mount that the GoPro just snaps into. You guys have probably seen it if you have a GoPro. But I just grabbed it, obviously threw the GoPro in it, and stuck it right on top of the deck. The whole time I was mowing this, I was looking down at that camera periodically, and that camera was bouncing around like there was no tomorrow. It was shaking left or right, and all I could think of was this footage is going to be crap. And I'm actually surprised it really doesn't look that bad. Some of you may be thinking it doesn't look the best, but I really didn't think it was that bad. I thought it come out pretty good, especially if you could see it from my view how much it was shaking around. But this is um, just a small city lot. I've showed this one again many times in the past. I believe I did the first filming. There goes a Harley. Guy in one of them garages back there. That's the alley. A guy in one of them garages right there always has his buddies over. They always got a bunch of really cool looking bikes there. Nice guys. Always wave to me when they see me back there. But anyway, I've filmed this one a few times. I believe this yard here is usually where I film my first cut of every year. I've filmed the Great Dane stander that I had in this yard. I can't remember what I filmed back here last year. The Freedom Z maybe. But again, you guys have seen it quite a few times, but I just thought this was pretty neat. Nice little view. I definitely wouldn't want to watch an entire video of just a view like this. Those videos drive me crazy. Usually when I see mowing videos where the camera is just mounted on top of the mower and that's all it is the whole time, or it's mounted down low like this and that's all it is the whole time, I'll watch a minute of it and then I'll skip through the video to see if the camera view changes. If it doesn't, I just log right off it. It's just not for me. I guess it's all a matter of preference. So um, I just film this here and then a little bit in the front like this. You guys won't see a whole lot from me along this lines of filming, but I will throw it in every once in a while just because I think it's pretty neat, but it won't be a non-stop thing, that's for sure. So, today is Wednesday, and the clips you saw already are from Monday and Tuesday, the first 2 days of cutting this season, and it's going pretty good. I'll tell you what, my back is on fire, I'm definitely out of mowing shape. Even hard days of mowing are better than days of sitting on the recliner watching YouTube videos, I'll tell you that. So I'm happy to be back in the season. I have been running the Exmark Vantage 36, which is running fantastic. It started to do, if you guys have been following along, the problem I had, it started to do the cutting out again. What I did realize is it only does it when the deck is up. When I drop the deck down, it doesn't do it at all. So I'm thinking it's pinching something in there. So I'll look into it further, but I have been mowing like crazy with that 36, and it has just been running fantastic and doing great. That chute blocker I put on the side that I'd made for it in a previous video, that thing is working awesome. I've done some mowing with it, some mowing without it, and it's just awesome. It's working really, really well. But all my mowing so far this week has been done with the Tiger Cat with the bagging system on it and the Exmark 36. And I finally have it down to one lawn, only one lawn that I have to use the push mower on, and that's just the front yard, a hill. I've filmed that before in the past. I've been doing that one for years. But so that's been great because I'm not a fan of push mowing. What else? But yeah, so it's all been done with that. I have not used the walker yet. I've used the walker on my own yard. See if I can, my arm's getting tired. See if I can hold the camera this way without covering the, I'm filming this on my phone because I've killed my GoPro. I have it charging. I've filmed a lot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do one weekly video this summer. Kind of like a week in lawn care type thing. And I'm going to try doing it like that. Just film a bunch of random stuff throughout the week and then post a video each week. I haven't decided what I'm going to call it yet. Maybe week in lawn care. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But so I have not used the walker yet, mainly because, as you guys know, it is not the high dump, and I run solo, so if you had a couple guys, it's no big deal to do the to just dump out the hopper onto like a tarp or something and throw it in the back of a truck if you have another guy. But it's a 10 bushel hopper roughly, and to dump all that wet grass onto
onto a tarp and throw it up in the truck by yourself is, yeah, that's not going to happen. So there's 3 walker dealers all within 25 minutes of me. And I went to the one, I was there a couple weeks ago, and I asked them, I said, you know, if I decide that I want the bins that go in the hopper, do you guys stock them? And they said, yeah, we have them on the shelf. I said, all right, cool. Well, I should have bought them right then, but I didn't. And so I decided Monday morning I was going to run out there and grab them. Well, I got out there and they couldn't even find the part number in their system, so they started looking through the accessory manuals that come with walkers to try to find a part number, couldn't find it in there. Then they finally figured it out, and I guess they sold a brand new walker on Friday, and they threw the bins in with it. So that was the only set they had. They said they could get them for $167 a piece, and they could have them by Friday. So I called the other one, and they said no, they don't stock them either, same price, they could have them by Friday. So I called the dealer where I got the walker. I knew already, I'd asked in the past, I knew already they did not stock them. So I called them and I said, can you get them? And he goes, yeah, dude, they're coming out of New Jersey. He said, we can have them by Wednesday at noon. I said, really? And he said, yeah. And he goes, I said, what's the price? And he said, they're $141 a piece. I was like, damn, all right, order them. So I have them ordering them for me. Today is Wednesday, and they should be in by noon today, but it is raining. I was hoping to, supposed to get rain this afternoon. There wasn't supposed to be any rain this morning, so I was hoping to get done as much as I could today. And I want to start a rain and just run out there and grab those bins. So what I did instead, since I can't mow anything this morning, I pulled the Tiger Cat in, and I pulled the bagging system off of it, and I put the walker in the trailer. So now the walker and the Tiger Cat are in the trailer. I filled, between Monday and Tuesday, I filled the bed of my truck. Now it's 7 feet wide by 8 foot long with 3.5 foot sides on it. I overloaded that thing already between Monday and Tuesday with all the grass that I had bagged. So it's definitely a lot. I went and dumped it last night, and it got to the point yesterday we had a pretty big yard to mow, and I could not fit any more grass in there. I stomped it down, everything. There was just no more grass going in there. So I ended up mowing that entire yard with a 36. It would have been, that's the downfall of Scag. I really, really wish that Scag would redo this. When I had the Exmark, the Laser Z zero turn, if you didn't want a bag, you just pulled the turbine off the side of it and pulled the tube off, and away you go. But with Scag, in order for it to bag correctly, there's 2 baffles, one in the back and one in the front of the opening of the chute. And they bolt in. There's 2 bolts on each baffle. So in order to not bag with that, you have to pull the turbine off the side, pull the 2 pins and take the belt off, pull the turbine off the side, pull the tube off that runs up to the baggers. Then you have to unbolt both of those baffles, because with those baffles in, it takes the opening of the deck, which is like, I think it's got to be all of 15 inches wide. With those baffles in, it closes it down to like 6 inches wide. So in order to not bag with that mower, you have to unbolt both those baffles, take them off, pull the turbine off the side, pull the tube off. Now, I could just pull the bags out and let it just run through the bagger. The problem with that is it shoots straight down, and and on normal mowing conditions, that's fine. But with first cuts of the year and how thick all the grass is, it just leaves it clumped up everywhere. So I mean, I love my Tiger Cat. It's been laying amazing stripes. It's been great bagging all these lawns, getting them knocked down. But that is a huge downfall for Scag, and they really need to redesign that system somehow. Even Ferris, Snapper Pro, which is owned by Ferris, Gravely's, all these mowers that either I've run or I've seen my buddies run, if you don't want to bag, you just pull the stuff off the side, bam, away you go. It doesn't, you don't have to mess with any of the baffles, you don't have to mess with any of that stuff. So yeah, I absolutely love my Skags, and even though I got this walker, I'm still never getting rid of my Tiger Cat. Not in the foreseeable future anyway. I absolutely love that mower, and I say absolutely love a lot. You ever notice that? Anyway, I'm definitely a Scag guy all the way around. I'm really looking forward to this walker and what it can do for me, but I'm definitely still a Scag guy. But anyway, so that has been the deal so far this week, and it looks like I'm just going to wait till at noon, I guess, them bags are supposed to be in, or them grass bins for the walker, so I'm going to give them a call, and hopefully they'll be in by then. So yeah, so that's that. And then any mowing that I have to do that I don't want a bag, I'll just be able to use the Scag now. Without the bagging system on, if I get to something I do have to bag, I'll just use the walker. I cannot fit the walker and the Scag with the bagging system on in my trailer at the same time. Even with the deck flipped up on the walker, it just won't fit. It's just a little too short. My trailer, as you guys know, is 7 foot wide by 14 foot long with a 2-foot V-nose. It's just not happening. It's just a little bit too short, but not a big deal. Like I said, 90% of the season I'm just going to run it with no bagging system on the Tiger Cat, and then have the walker to bag. But or if I don't want to bag, I can just flip the back door open on the walker and it should be fine. But that it seems like that's going to work. I'm not going to buy a new trailer just for that, because this trailer is barely a year old. So, but that's it so far. So on to the rest. The next thing I record will probably be on to the next lawn I get to mow, which by the looks of things won't be till tomorrow, but it'll be in about 2 seconds as you watch it. Alright, well, here they are. I just went and picked them up. There is obviously a left and a right side. This is the left side because that's where the oscillator is, right in there. But they're cut down in grooves so that the tab where it hits the grass and sets the alarm off, so you know they're getting full. And they actually, well, I'm guessing by the look of them, this one goes in first and then this one goes in, because then they'll I'm guessing they'll kind of slide together just like that, and that tab will lock over them. But they got the handles in the end and a flap there, so once it fills with grass you can kind of still get your hand in, and then it's got another one there. So that's how those 2 bins will go in there. They're huge. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but they're big ass bins, and I don't know, looking at them like this, I'm thinking, how in the heck are those going to fit inside that hopper? But we'll figure it out. I'm sure that they will fit in there. But that's that. They came in 2 huge boxes. I grabbed another belt while I was out there too, because the PTO belt, the fat wide one, has a bunch of nicks out of it, like a bunch of holes in it, which are really weird to me. I'll try to remember to show it, but there's a bunch of holes in it. And my luck, that thing will go out at the worst time, so I grabbed a spare one of them as well.
Alright, this one here is right across the street from my house. You can see my trucks over there, probably in my trailer. This guy just moved in this house over the winter, or actually, I believe it was late fall last year. So he had stopped over the other day, and he asked me if I could give him a price on a cleanup, because the last people who lived there never picked up the leaves. There's so many of them all over there, and the flower beds are bedded in the yard. I'd use the BR600 and just blast right at the ground and break a whole bunch of them loose. But anyway, he wanted a price for a cleanup and for a weekly mowing, which I was happy to do. I do the white one that's right to the left, the blue one right across the street, the blue and brick one, that's mine. The white one right to the left, I already do that one. So it's nice and easy to have them right across the street from my house. I don't have to drive anywhere. I hit all 3 of them at the same time, and it's like getting paid to mow my own lawn. I believe I said that last year when I told you guys I was mowing the white one there. But there's just a couple things about this yard. He asked me to please not do any work before 10 a.m. and do not do any work after 5 p.m. Now, normally I would tell a customer, after I got done laughing, that was not going to happen. As far as time restraints, it's when I get there, I get there. I keep people on the same day every week. That much they can count on as far as mowing service. Unless it rains on their day, then I guaranteed to be there within 48 hours after the rain passes. So, they do have that much. But as far as giving me time restraints, that's just not going to happen. But I told this guy I'd see what I could do. He's a really nice guy. And like I said, it's an easy one across the street. So all that rain we were getting this morning, and then it stopped. And I could tell that it was going to start raining again, but it just hadn't. I figured, you know what? It's the middle of the day. It's perfect timing. I might as well just go knock this out. I believe you can see the huge pile out there of sticks that I picked up throughout the whole yard. But so I figured I might as well just knock this one out while I have the chance. I picked up all those massive amounts of sticks there, and I blew out all the flower beds and broke up the leaves loose in the yard. And so I just go over it with the Tiger Cat to mulch it all up, and then I'm gonna bag it with the walker. So here we go. Just one more quick picture at the end here of another Tiger Cat striped yard. You guys have seen that one too before in the past. And one thing, the only good snake is a dead snake. He tried to fight my weed whacker and lost.